Hello, beautiful legends, and welcome to Blunt Force Healing Podcast. This is episode and at the same time consecutive day number 460. So 460 days since this podcast and blog started. It continues on. Not a single day we missed, and I missed. And yesterday and the day before, you could see that the actual podcast episodes were slightly shorter, and I think it's easier to digest those shorter episodes. Albeit today, I think I won't get away with just a single segment because it's 17:10, which is 10 past 5 p.m. and I'm at the moment doing some complimentary shopping because my wife started doing some of the meals or dishes that we plan to have for the Christmas day. We are not exaggerating or doing anything of sort like the traditional Polish attempt of doing 12 dishes on Christmas Eve. Now we'll probably have maybe 5 or 6 maximum, just to have some variety over the next 2 days when everything will be pretty much closed and we don't want to cook but have most of the stuff ready. So that's our plan. We were on a bigger grocery shopping spree today and got most of the stuff sorted. We got fish because yesterday's evening we drove all the way to Killybegs. It's about 30 kilometers drive, and we were hoping to get fish from the shop that I got our fish last year when my parents were here and I went with my mother to buy the fish. But we were surprised to see that the shop was closed. But I mean, not just closed, it's just gone. It's just an empty premise. So the shop is closed permanently. And when speaking to locals, it seems like it got closed just about 2 months ago. So a bit of a shame, because Killybegs has a port and a lot of boats and fishermen, and it's quite a fishing kind of spot for Donegal. They have plenty of warehouses that are kind of fish warehouses that do the wholesale, but there's no shops, just the individual shops that could sell to individuals or people from the street like yourself and myself, which is weird. They have so much supply and restaurants can tap into that, but the only shop was the fish stop that was closed. So, but fortunately there is a van with the fresh fish that drives around. Sorry, the car just started. I'll just stop it. Because somebody came up with the idea, and it seems like this is the way to do it for a couple of years now, and they tend to be twice a week in Killybegs and on Fridays in Donegal town. So we didn't have to go anywhere today because it's Friday, and we bought the fish this morning, fresh and nice from the fish van. So that was good. So we have almost everything ready, produce, but not the dishes. As I said, my wife is preparing first one, and I just got here to get the last minute shopping. Along the way, Julian had half day at school. They closed for the year, and the kids have now the Christmas break. So we went for a short walk, about 5 kilometers walk, and I played a little bit with Julian on PS4, mainly because, I decided to spend a bit of time with him, but at the same time, the reason was that today we have a huge problem with the internet connection. I don't complain about it. It made working slightly difficult, but again, it's quiet time at work as well, so I managed, and I used mobile hotspot for some communications. I don't know what the issue is, but I reported that to Vodafone, and they said that the issue is reported and they are working on it. I believe it's likely the result of Storm Pia that came through Ireland yesterday and a bit today as well. And the damage is quite significant in some areas, and internet troubles or connectivity is not uncommon yesterday and today in many areas, including Mayo and Longford counties, but also our side. So we need to just wait until it's fixed. And they said very nice thing that they will apply some compensation to our account, which means I will pay just basically a lower bill next time, which is nice way to deal with the issues. So that's 6.5 minutes. Enough for now. There will be second segment. I will record it shortly. And welcome to the second segment and the last one at the same time. I will close this episode with a couple of updates. There's not much, but I wanted to make sure that it is properly recorded. I just have high hopes that I will be able to stitch it and upload it to YouTube and Spotify, because the main update is we still have pretty no connection. Well, that connection is weird because we seem to be still connected to fiber. It doesn't show any loss of connectivity on the modem side, but the internet doesn't work as it should. But it's also slightly weird that some protocols seem to be working. Like, for example, I think Elizabeth and Julian were able to... Oh, here he is. Lovely Croissant Gamer. They are able to watch Netflix downstairs, which is kind of weird. So the streaming protocols seem to be working fine. But the other things are patchy at best. So I wrote the blog post at the moment using the mobile hotspot, and even on the mobile side, because this house is very well insulated, the signal is pretty bad in the house itself, but my phone is close to the window. Well, now it's recording me, but it was close to the window, and then it gets about 4G, 1 or 2 bars, and that allows me to connect the laptop to it and, you know, upload stuff. But it will be...
What if you got a giant lighter?
I'll tell you later, after I record it. So this is a giant lighter. Yes, he found giant lighter.
Wow.
Which is obviously much bigger than the usual lighter, and it has also bigger flame. And I think, oh, so you can do that and then that, so you can regulate it. Yeah.
Does it not like burn your fingers when you put it like this?
No.
No?
No. Shouldn't, but you shouldn't keep it for too long because the metal is getting hotter and hotter. So, you know, the lighter is meant to just be used for a couple of seconds and not like a candle. Anyway, yeah, so that's it pretty much. The internet is patchy. I contacted Vodafone. They said that if we need, they will apply extra data plan to cover our backup solution if we can use mobile, but I said that we are on mobile unlimited, so they said that instead they will just compensate us on the bill later on. But yeah, engineers are working on the solution. Hopefully it will be solved by tomorrow. We don't know.
what's the scale or seriousness of that damage, but it seems to be related to Storm Pia that actually hit other counties too. Tomorrow will be probably focused mostly on cooking the rest of the dishes. I even found venison in the shop, which is quite unusual to find game meat like the deer in the regular market, where you buy usually just pork or beef or chicken, maybe turkey, or other kind of, or maybe fish, but not really venison. And this is the first time I saw it, so I bought 2 pieces, one in case I fail to prepare it properly, so I can do the second one. I'm joking a little bit, but you never know. Now, one I want to roast and slice it thinly, like the wafer thin slices to use for bread or something like that. And the other one, I don't have yet idea about how to do it, but I might do goulash, kind of soup slash stir fry with that meat, because we ate venison in restaurants sometimes and it was delicious, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, tomorrow will be mostly focused on cooking and tidying up the house, maybe some last minute shopping, and that's it. Maybe a walk. We did a walk today. It was nice, but I would like to do a proper walk somewhere else. So maybe we will be able to drive somewhere and do the walk in a different environment than we usually do. And I think in the blog I also updated about the YouTube short that is currently blowing up for a couple of days. I think it crossed 1.5 million views already and brought me about over 1,800 subscribers, so it's crazy, to be honest. My goal for this year, by the end of year, was to reach 500 subscribers, and when it crossed 500 on 10th of December, I said, like, somewhere in the back of my head, I was like, if I will hit that that magic number 666 just for fun, that would be crazy. But I didn't have high hopes around that. And now seeing, I think I have 2,300 or 2,400 subscribers already, which is bloody crazy. It's like almost 2,000 more than I was expecting. So yeah, this is going well. It's great because the impact of that single short that brings so much exposure and so many people into my videos, it not only lifts up the other funny shorts and maybe quote shorts along the way, but also people are curious and sometimes they watch the regular episodes, which are long and probably a bit dull, so I'm not expecting them to stay long for, on this one. But you know, if 2,000 people looks at the episode, one of them might actually end up being very smart, intelligent, and you know, curious being like yourself, my watchers and listeners, that actually finds journaling and daily updates interesting or fascinating, and be another one of you VIP members of kind of, you know, my audience, which would be great. So the more exposure, the more chances that somebody will actually see this content who is interested in seeing it. That's it for now. It's 8 minutes, over 8 minutes. I think I did about 8 or 9 in the previous one, so that's a decent episode. I now need to stitch it, and fingers crossed I will be able to upload it. But if you watch it at the moment and in the right time, I mean the same day, then it means that I was able to publish it. For now, that's it. I always appreciate your time spending on listening to my episodes and tuning in. I hope you have a great day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, and stay tuned. We'll see each other tomorrow.